Are you looking for ways to make your staff happy without giving massive pay rises? As you may know, the problem with pay rises is that they don't just cost your employee more in tax, they cost the business more too. Employer national insurance, pension contributions, it all adds up. But the good news is there are plenty of perks you can offer that are completely tax-free if done properly. Today, I'm going to run through the most effective tax-efficient perks that small businesses can use to keep staff happy, motivated, and appreciated without breaking the bank. Here's the thing, perks can actually be more valuable than an extra chunk of salary. A small gift or benefit often costs you less than a cash bonus, but can feel more meaningful to your team. The key is to structure perks in a way that avoids unnecessary tax and national insurance. This isn't about giving freebies for the sake of it. It's about rewarding loyalty, encouraging well-being, and building a strong company culture while keeping the numbers under control. Let's start with the basics. Trivial benefits. These are small gifts worth up to £50. They can't be cash or cash vouchers, and they shouldn't be linked to performance, but they're perfect for birthdays, Christmas gifts, or simply saying thank you. For directors or close companies, there are annual caps, but for most staff, these little gifts are completely tax-free. Next, annual staff events. You can spend up to £150 per head per tax year on parties or team building events, as long as they're open to all employees. That's right, you can throw a party for your team and HMRC won't bat an eyelid. You can even split this across multiple events as long as the total expenditure stays within the annual limit. However, it's important to note that this is not an allowance, so if you exceed the limit, the whole amount becomes a benefit in kind to your employees. So keep a close eye on your event budgets. Now, long service awards. These are a fantastic way to recognise loyalty, especially if you have employees who have been with you for a long time. And the good news is these can be tax-free too. Typically, awards for 20 or more years of service can qualify as long as they haven't received a similar award in the last 10 years and the award is worth less than £50 per year of service. The awards need to be non-cash, but they're a meaningful way to show appreciation for dedication without increasing tax liabilities. Employer pension contributions are another big one. Contributions made by the company are tax deductible and don't trigger income tax or national insurance when they're paid in. It's a win-win. Often this is far more efficient than giving a salary increase, and it does more for your employees' long-term security. Then there's the simple one of providing a mobile phone. One phone per employee paid for under a company contract is fully tax-free. Private use is allowed, and it's something staff will genuinely appreciate. Health and well-being perks are becoming more sought after and are completely tax-free if structured correctly. One annual health screening and one medical checkup per employee is allowable, and your staff will love you for caring about their health. It's important to note, though, that these medical checks can't be connected to the provision of medical treatment, and employers can't pay for any medical treatment without it being subject to tax and national insurance under the benefit in kind rules. Finally, the Cycle to Work scheme is another excellent option. This is usually set up through salary sacrifice, and it helps employees get a bike, saves on tax and national insurance, and promotes well-being. Basically, you get healthier staff without paying them extra, and you might even get fewer complaints about not providing a gym membership. There are some perks that aren't fully tax-free but are still worth it. For example, electric company cars benefit from low benefit in kind rates. Salary sacrifice schemes can reduce tax for both employers and employees, and private medical insurance, while technically taxable, is highly valued by staff. These all cost less tax-wise than a straight salary increase, and your staff tend to love them. Some common mistakes small business owners make include giving cash instead of qualifying gifts, exceeding the trivial benefit limits, not tracking annual rents or budgets, or forgetting reporting obligations like P11Ds. So little planning up front saves a lot of stress later. The takeaway here is that a small perk strategy improves retention, boosts morale, and controls costs. In many cases, spending £1,000 on structured perks delivers more value than £1,000 salary increase. It's all about being strategic and maybe a little creative. And if you found this useful, hit subscribe for more practical small business tips. I'll see you next time.